Okay, we've got Cinny rolls. This is Cinnamini rolls, and then waffles. Both can have cinnamon
Hmm.
if you really want.
So yeah, I'm gonna say I have had like a cinnamon roll waffle where it's baked with some cinnamon in it and then has like a almost like a cream cheese glaze
Oof.
on it. And that
Ooh.
was pretty darn good. It wasn't like I've seen on things like you take a cinnamon roll, put it in a waffle maker, then you got a cinnamon roll waffle. But it was like actually like a separate batter, all that fun stuff, and it was delicious.
I
So
love
again, I'm
those
gonna go with
videos.
waffle just because it's so versatile. You can eat it, like I said, chicken and waffles. You can eat it with,
Waffle sandwich.
yeah, peanut butter and jelly, like
Ooh.
whatever.
Ooh.
So I'm
Ooh.
going waffle just for the versatility.
Yeah, I gotta go with that too because as much as I love a damn fine cinnamon roll, 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 and the
Damn.
smell too. Like you can't replicate the smell of a cinnamon roll.
Aesthetically, which
Uh
is more pleasing to you guys? Just just out of curiosity.
I'm gonna
oh,
say a waffle for me.
aesthetically, when you get that glaze on the cinnamon roll, that's pretty aesthetically pleasing. But like for the versatility and the fact that yeah, if you're like, oh, I want to bake good, but you know what? We're gonna lay off the cinnamon today. We're gonna try a new flavor.
You
Cinnamon
are
rolls
in a
ain't gonna help
box.
you.
You're in a
Cinnamon
box of
rolls.
cinnamon rolls or in a pan, but you're
Hmm.
stuck there. You can't really venture out. Whereas waffles, seems like there's a world of possibilities. And I do like that a breakfast food is moving on to the next round of our dessert bracket. Um, okay, up
I mean,
next.
cinnamon rolls are breakfast too.
Oh, I
But
know. I'm just saying they a lot of the ones we put on were like breakfast ones, which is what we were afraid of. But Rice Krispies and we went with donuts.
This is easy donuts.
why?
Again, well, you have the versatility, but think about it. Like when you make a Rice Krispie treat, shit. What was my argument?
When you make
I
a
think
Rice
I'm gonna
Krispie
sway
treat.
my vote to Rice Krispies just because of your argument for donuts.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel now.
I mean, have you ever had a French crawler? That's just kind of
Um,
my argument right there. French
I
crawlers
don't
are
know exactly what that is, so I'm gonna say yes, probably, but probably didn't realize I did.
all right. Hold on, I'm gonna figure out the best way to describe a French crawler really quick.
Is that
Uh,
like a wavy one that just has
It's
like
it's
glaze
the
does
on
it
it?
wavy
twist
one
you a
in the
little?
circle. Yeah.
Ooh, those are good. My favorite goes between if the glaze is good, it's glazed donut every time. Just regular glazed donut, perfect.
Hmm.
But that's only if you're going to somewhere that's really good. Other frostings and toppings they can usually make up for it. But if you're going somewhere that's good, you should be able to get the glaze, walk out a happy customer. My favorite though are the ones with like the crushed peanuts on top,
Oh, okay.
and then it's got a weird frosting that's very light and
It's almost like
almost
it's just
fluffed
like
up.
almost like a whipped
Yep,
sugar, almost.
yep. It's
Hmm.
really doesn't have much going on for it, and that's why I like those ones. Um, Besides that, though, like I said, the regular glazed is awesome. I'm sure there's some fancy donut I've yet to have that will blow my mind, but we haven't met yet. Not yet, at least. So
I
I'm
say
gonna go
yeah.
with donut.
I say I think I agree too. I think same thing. There's just lots of different options. You can get a real nice thick cakey donut. You can get a real fluffy airy one. Um, I'm gonna agree on this one.
On this note, too, Rice Krispie treats. Also, if you just put any kind of cereal with marshmallows and bake it, try different cereals because you will have your mind blown. Like
Now I want to
fruity
kind of
pebble
try it.
ones. Mmm.
I want
Mm-hmm.
to try it with Cookie Crisp.
Ooh, that's
The hardest of all the cookies.
yeah.
Both the hardest and the smallest. Up next, we've got cookies and we've got cheesecake.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I say I feel like for me, I feel like cheesecake is more of a like a special occasion dessert.
decadent.
Um, so I like a good cookie. You make a good chocolate chip cookie, and you're good to go.
Throw a little sea salt on top. Boom. So good. So good.
Cheesecake does require a lot more preparation than just a fantastic like good cookie. Like you can take a cookie ready to go, but cheesecake you gotta commit to that. You gotta commit to cake.
Mm-hmm. I say for cookies, like you can look at the back of a chocolate chip bag and get a fantastic recipe. You're good to go. Never tried making a cheesecake, so I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go with
Cheesecakes
cookies on this one.
cheesecakes are easy. Cheesecakes are easy, but it depends on you need a vision. You need a vision of what is that final cheesecake going to be. Is it going to be Here's the thing, it could be a cookie cheesecake. Crush up some cookies, make them your crust. Boom, done. You could make a peanut butter cheesecake. I think
Well,
this
if
is
you're
where
making
I'm digging my heels in here. It's okay if I go down, but I'm going down with glory. You could
if
do
you
a
make a cookie,
yeah,
in order to make a cookie cheesecake, you have to make the cookie.
And I mean, you can also make
or just buy some
like a
cookies, or get some Cookie Crisp. And
so
Well,
like if you made a
now I'm voting for cookies even harder because you've got cookie crisp flavored cheesecake on the table right now.
I feel like you could just make a cookie that's also a cheesecake. Like you have like a little bit of a cream cheese type filling, you just right on top of a cookie and bake it. And I feel like that would still be considered a cookie. So I think you could go either way with that.
You're not wrong, but like strawberry cheesecake, blueberry cheesecake, chocolate cheesecake. I could just name every cheesecake if you want me to
But
continue.
yeah, I'd say
But
here's
I'm
my
loving
other
them.
argument. Here's my other argument. I could bake like a dozen cookies and with a glass of milk probably eat all 12.
Hmm.
But if I have a whole cheesecake, the richness, even though delicious, it's going to make me sick a lot quicker.
I'm a
And so for just consumption wise, I know I'm not a competitive eater like some people in this group here, but but I'm gonna go cookies because I can just shovel a bunch of cookies, eat a bunch of different kinds, whatever. But cheesecake, I have like
I
one, two pieces, and I'm done
I
tapping out.
think that's where the divide is the fact that I'm a rich bitch. I want that rich buttery flavor all down my mouth, and you just don't want to delve there. And I'm just swimming in the deep. I'm just
Say
swimming
that
in
was
the
a little
deep.
more information I wanted to know
Oh,
about you,
oh,
but good for you. I'm proud of you.
I love me some cheesy cake. Okay, I'm dying on that cheesecake. We're moving on cookies. I don't dislike cookies whatsoever. It's just cheesecake. We go back. We spend some very intimate time together. Anyways, though, let's go on. We've got regular old cake and we got brownies. Could have had a brownie cheesecake. Just
Brownie
saying.
cake. Brownie cake.
Are we on that note? Are we considering blondies in the same category as brownies?
Yes.
All right, then brownies.
Oof.
Because I like brownies. I like chocolate brownies. I like blondies, but I've never really had like a real bad brownie, but I've had some cakes that just don't taste right. Like most chocolate cakes I just don't like, but I like both versions of the brownie.
Yeah, chocolate
This is
cake is
making me
not good in my opinion. I've rarely had a good chocolate cake.
Hmm.
I've had good
this
chocolate
is
frostings.
making this is making me curious because I can't say I've ever had a blondie.
Really, it's
But
kind of like it
Yeah,
reminds
you
me of
seem
like the
more
chocolate
like
chip cookie without a cookie, or like the chocolate chips in it.
yeah. I
it's
thought you were
all-
more into redheads, but that's just me.
that's you don't know me, Justin. That's
He's like,
that's like
no,
really good
brunettes.
actually. I kind
Hmm.
of want to try this. Uh,
They are
I I
delicious.
I I I can I'm okay with cake. I've enjoyed cake, but if I will always be happier if somebody's like, "Hey, for my birthday, we're gonna make a big old brownie," and I'm
Yeah, I think
like,
that should be a thing. We should start a
"Yeah,
movement, the birthday brownie,
I am
instead of
all
the
for
birthday
that
cake.
movement. I
Birthday
am
brownie.
all for
Is
Okay,
hashtag still a thing? Hashtag birthday brownie?
Is
I don't know
hashtag
how the
still
internet
a thing.
works.
Brownies are good. We're moving them. We're moving them on.
cool."
So up next we have waffles, and they are going up against donuts.
All right,
Ooh, a whole
round
new
3.
round.
Yep.
Okay.
I have no idea here. Waffles and donuts, both breakfast, both sweet, both very, very. How do I say this? Versatile.
I say I don't
'Cause,
think quite versatile, but there's so many options.
yeah,
You know,
there's a copious amount of just like you could throw anything at a donut or a waffle, and most likely you could put it in there and make
And it's
something
not
out of
even
it.
you could even make the argument. You remember when I know we've said like a waffle sandwich earlier, but like you could even say that with donuts. Remember when KFC had that sandwich with the chicken and the donut? Like what the fuck was that?
was it
Donut
good?
burger,
I never had
donut
one.
burger.
I've never had one either, but it was like donut, chicken, and then donut. And I'm like, this is disgusting.
And my thought on that you bring that up is like waffle sandwich compared to donut sandwich. Donut sandwich is usually like a glazed donut, I think.
Yep.
Would be in my head it is. And so then it's a little bit messier. But I feel like a waffle, you put like the sweet stuff on the inside too, but it's like a cleaner sandwich. But you could do the same thing you could do with a donut. Like you could do the same thing with a donut that you can with a waffle. And to me, a waffle is a better base, like a better vessel to take those flavors, whether it's sweet or savory, compared to a donut that's always going to have some sort of sweet and savory added to it.
You have a really good
Hmm.
point,
Yeah, you
but
do
when
bring
it's
up.
donut time, I'm getting down and dirty. I
Yeah,
don't care if the because I'm thinking of a donut sandwich. I'm thinking of a donut burger, two glazed donuts or just one cut in half. However, nah, I'm doing two full donuts. I'm getting thick in here, and squished between a greasy patty. I'm going
oh,
in.
you're actually putting meat on that
Oh
too.
yeah.
That's commitment.
I say
Oh, that'd
I'm
be
not gonna
beautiful.
lie, I got a little bit hungry just now,
Yep.
but I'm sticking with waffle just because again, chicken and waffle is a great combination. Chicken and donuts, never tried it. I could see the goodness there, the
I
sweetness, the
think
the
the
crunch,
integrity
everything.
of a waffle, if you're putting in a, we'll say, sandwich format,
Hmm.
can get crunchier, which might be good because when you get wet, it gets all
Sturdy.
soggy. So a
Hmm.
good crunchy waffle might save the day in this situation.
I say in my head it always goes to best of one world versus best of the other world. Which one would I rather eat? I'm thinking best waffle I can think of, best combinations with waffles. That I would like better. So I'm going with waffles.
Kyle?
This is tricky.
I say this
This
is the most turmoil I've seen in a round, and I'm all for it.
I
As
oh
long as we vote waffles. I mean,
I in terms of the way we laid out this debate for like best desserts, best food of that category, I I I can't say I've ever had a waffle for dessert.
you've never had like a waffle with whipped cream, like anytime? Never.
Even even like
Sprinkles on
even
there.
well, here's the thing. Even places like that, when they serve waffles like that, it's always like the entree or like on the side. Yeah, you get whipped cream, but you always have dessert coming.
But you throw the,
Like
the ice cream on. You've never had a waffle sundae, a waffle cone. Hold on, this is a whole nother thing. Didn't even
we
think of
didn't. Whoa,
that.
whoa, 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 whoa,
That
whoa.
is a
We said
waffle batter.
waffles,
Yeah,
not
that is a
waffle
waffle batter
cones.
that's just thinner and then rolled out. I've made them. It is the same thing.
Okay, but you can't say just the cone then, because then you'll be like, oh yeah, waffle cone with ice cream. You're adding in the ice cream.
Yeah, it's the same thing with a waffle or a donut sandwich. You're adding something to it.
No one's just eating the cone though. It's different if you're just like putting
What?
syrup or like whipped cream on a waffle, but you're adding in ice cream. You're not gonna be like,
Yeah,
hey, give me a waffle cone with some like chocolate chip ice cream
but
on
it's the
it. You're
same thing.
getting a
A
chocolate
donut,
chip ice cream in a
Okay,
waffle cone.
but
I'm
a
just
donut,
saying.
if with no glaze or anything else, that's just a dinner roll, and we said those don't count.
But it's in the category of donuts here. Ice cream is not in the category of waffles. Am
I'm
I
not
am I
saying you can put a
fucking
bunch of
high
other
right
stuff in.
now?
What? No, a waffle cone is the same thing as a waffle. It's just in a different form.
That, that's not
You can
no
put the
because
same things on a
Okay,
waffle cone that you
waffle
can on a
hat or
waffle.
donut hat?
donut hat.
I don't know what either one is. So waffle.
I imagine a donut hat is just like a visor. Yeah, like where it's just like an inner tube around your head that doesn't actually cover the top of your head, whereas a waffle would be like a top hat that's a stack of waffles, and like
In that case,
the brim is the
definitely
plate.
waffle hat. I think the waffle hat sounds cooler.
We're not gonna move on waffles because of what they look like is a hat. You're fucking
That's why
lying.
I was. That's why I'm confused about this question, and I didn't. plan it to be part of my argument, but now it is. Waffle top hat versus donut inner tube
I love donuts way more, but waffles. I will never pick waffles first. I'm sorry, that's me. But are they
versus
better?
what?
Just ever. I'm never gonna pick waffles first.
In
Like,
Here's
the
the other thing.
category of what we laid this bracket for, I am the same.
You're at a
In terms of
hotel.
Desserts. I'm gonna
You're at a
go with
hotel.
donuts over
Okay.
waffles. We're not bringing up
we're at
complimentary
a hotel.
breakfast.
I mean, you're at a hotel. That's one of my favorite things about staying at a hotel with free breakfast. You make the waffle, it's fantastic, or you got a stale donut. A bad waffle, like a toaster waffle, is still pretty good. A bad donut that's stale, not very good. That's my
Sometimes the
final
glaze
argument.
saves it though.
Kyle,
I mean,
are you
a little
inserting
bit,
your
yeah.
final answer?
I am inserting it, and it's donuts.
All right, well, I'm going to log off for the day, guys. No, I'm kidding.
Are
I
you
understand.
inserting it into the toaster?
Donut? What?
Because a donut would not be good in a toaster. Which would be better in a toaster?
They don't make toaster donuts, so waffles.
Yeah, it's a toaster strudel. It's a filled donut. You glaze it.
No,
Toaster
that's
strudel.
No,
our
that's a
Pop
cinnamon
Tarts
roll.
just are Pop Tarts just toaster donuts?
No, those are like a filled cookie.
Toaster donuts.
Toaster donuts?
Okay, I was just trying to throw you off. Kyle's going
Yeah.
with donuts. Where are
All
you
right,
going,
donuts
Daniel?
are moving. Well, I think I made it kind of clear. I'm voting for donuts.
You're voting for waffles, you said.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm going for waffles. I know they're going to lose, but I'm sticking with waffles.
Yeah, I'm going with donuts. I'm sorry, I'm going with donuts. Because I could
Okay to
sit
be
down
wrong.
with a
It's all
fat
right.
stack of filthy donuts. Okay, continuing. You said we're moving on. So I almost went to another land, my own donut nirvana, but we skipped over it. We glazed over it.
I like how Kyle's reaction was just perfect timing, right away. Obviously paying attention.
So we got brownies, which are good. Brownies are great. And what was the other one? We had cookies, right?
Brownies and cookies?
and brownies.
So
So
I'll
what
let
is it?
someone else go first on this one.
Have we ever had a brookie before? A brownie cookie. I know this
When you
doesn't
say-
help either or. I guess no. I think
When-
a brookie is technically a brownie though.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. When you say brookie, I think like a
Yeah, it's
dish
like-
that has the cookie dough just stacked in there, and for me, it's like mixed with brownie batter, so it's like half and half.
So when they're
Which sounds
together,
delicious.
brownie takes
Shape.
over.
Mm-hmm.
Brownie
Yeah, I
takes
think-
over even when they're competing in the same pan. Brownie, this almost sounds metaphorical. Just throwing that
I
out
think
there.
I think you just made the argument for brownie to win right there.
Yeah, brownie.
Because even when they're
brownie
just
together,
passes.
brownie wins.
Wow. Physically,
Mhm.
brownie takes over. Wow. Okay.
Like-
I'm putting mine in for brownie.
Yeah, well, I was gonna vote for brownie anyway, but like, yeah, you pretty much just
Mhm.
sold it right there. Like, even when they're together dancing the dance of life, brownies on top.
Dancing
Yeah,
the dance
Total
of
top.
life.
I agree.
Yes.
Brownies.
Okay. Here we
The
go. That means
ultimate
we are in
brownie,
the
yep.
grand finale.
That's waffles and brownies, right?
It's donuts and brownies. Donuts make you go nuts.
All right.
Brownies go to town. Ease. I don't know. I didn't have one for that one.
Brownies are the
we'll add it
bee's
in
knees.
post. Yeah, sure. Any Kyle, could you fight for the sake of brownies, and then Daniel, you take the other one, even if you don't agree. Even if
Of
you,
donuts?
yep, you're gonna
Yeah, I
go
got
with
this.
donuts. Kyle,
Mhm.
you're gonna defend brownies, whether you agree with it or not. And I'm just gonna sit back and kind of relish in
We're
this
going full debate team
hot dog
rules here?
episode.
Oh,
Yeah, we're going debate right here. Think of your argument, and I'm just gonna listen. I'll be the moderator. And we're gonna find out what is the best sweet baked good dessert / breakfast thing. Are we ready?
Okay.
Oh,
Kyle, you can start off.
So I believe Daniel here
Daniel, do
made
you have a
the
counter?
Yes, I did not do that.
I believe in the past thing against if you can remember far back against waffles and donuts, Daniel made the point
If you can
about
remember far back.
Daniel made the argument that a stale donut is not anywhere near as good as a waffle in terms of that. Well, is there even such a thing as a stale brownie? As the brownie ages like a fine wine, it just gets richer and it just gets that much tastier. Like a brownie's good when you got the centerpiece going right as it's out of the oven, and it's good when it's aged and it's pristine and you can count the rings in the middle like a tree and it's still excellent. That is my argument.
I'm just imagining Kyle has like 4 different pans of brownies and he's eaten only a couple from like each pan, but he has them like labeled like 1 week,
Yeah.
2 week, 1 month.
Got the full label maker like on the side of the pan. Like this
Exactly.
the
You
date.
get what I'm saying
Mhm.
though? When have you ever seen like a
1912.
brownie go bad?
I mean, I've had a brick brownie before, but then it turns into almost like a brittle, like a chocolate brittle, and then it's still not bad. I mean, donuts are better, obviously,
I believe Daniel.
but um, you take that stale donut, you're at we'll go back to the hotel argument, because, if I'm going to lose in a debate to my own point, I guess I'm okay with that. But you take that stale donut, you throw it on that waffle maker, and you close it for a couple seconds. It's
You
not a
just made a
waffle.
bagel. You just
It's
made a bagel.
How's that a bagel? Waffle maker? You take a donut, put it in the waffle maker, not in the toaster.
You just made a
I'm
bagel.
confused. I'm confused. But anyway, you do
I
that, you heat
am.
it up for a couple seconds.
Oh my god.
You get a nice warm melty donut again.
I believe Daniel.
I'm sorry.
Back
I'm
to
sorry. You put the donut in the toaster. Does it like rinse it of all the frosting and everything, and then it comes out a hard fucking
Frosting
bagel?
I never said
The
you put it in the
frosting
toaster.
melts.
Where are you guys getting the toaster?
Oh no, sorry. In the
The
waffle iron.
waffle
Like I'm just
maker.
imagining it getting pressed
Yeah.
down, and
Mhm.
all of the toppings are just gone. All of a sudden, it's a bagel.
No, that's what that nice handy dandy nonstick spray is for.
But like, what the heat wouldn't that melt the frosting?
Exactly. So it melts the frosting, goes back into that dry dough, and it moistens it. You know. So that's my argument for the to counter my own argument that then countered before. That was for that.
I believe Daniel.
But for donuts in general, I think that I'll really give it again best of the best compared to best of the best. Best donut, you have a really high potential. You can throw that bacon on there with a maple glaze. You can just do different layers of flavor. A brownie, yeah, you can mix it with cookie dough. But like we said, it's gonna top that relationship. It's gonna still be more brownie than cookie. A donut, you can have those multi levels. You can have a filled donut with a different type of frosting on top, with a different topping on top of that, and then throw a burger patty on it.
Counterpoint. People will always put bacon on things to try and make it good. You cannot argue for bacon because I've seen people try and make bacon flavored popcorn. Bacon will be always something people use to try and make something better.
I've
And
never seen bacon on a brownie.
maybe you just have to make it.
So I think that nullifies your counterpoint. Counterpoint. No brownie has bacon.
No
But
brownie
I agree
needs
with you.
bacon. No
I
brownie
agree
needs
with you.
bacon.
I agree with you. I don't think the bacon is the best donut topping, but I think that just shows the versatility is that it can support some bacon. Brownie, I don't think can support other things. It just dominates and it just becomes something in a brownie. Whether you throw 3 different kinds of chocolate in there and you put frosting on top, it still tastes like a brownie. A donut, you have so much, again, versatility, I think, is king in this game because you can, if I was going to eat one for the rest of my life, I'd get sick of a brownie eventually. Take a really long time, but I get sick of it. A donut, I can just keep changing it up, doing something else with it.
I believe Daniel.
That's my argument for donut.
Okay. So we've got the fine wine of the baked goods, the brownie, and we've got the dessert bagel known as the donut.
The dessert bagel.
What are we voting for, guys? Do we have any other points, whether it's arguing against what you just argued for or not? Are there any other things we want to add? Sprinkles go great on. Are sprinkles any
Both.
good on a brownie?
Yes.
I assume brownies with sprinkles on it.
But
Yeah.
But does it help? or hinder?
Yes. Yeah, so I'm gonna argue for sprinkles on a brownie. Now, no frosting on a brownie, but just the sprinkles. Because again, if it's like ooey gooey enough, you throw the sprinkles on top, and you get a little bit of the crunch from the chocolate chips that are in there, a little bit of the crunch from the sprinkles. It adds a little bit of layers there.
Think of the brand of brownie,
I thought we were making.
and then the brand of donuts, just like as an entity.
Like their legacy
Yeah.
type thing.
When have you ever had donut ice cream? You haven't. You haven't. Brownies, they transcend. Okay, well, you raised your hand, so now my point is not as good. But
Yeah. Just
brownies
once. It wasn't very
transcend
good.
just
Yeah.
being brownies.
You're saying like brownie bites in other desserts.
Literally. Brownies are everywhere.
So I could see that, but I think you're taking it the backwards. So I think that almost takes away from brownie because you're saying brownie then complements other things, but with the donut, you put other things on the donut. So the donut is taking that whole workload, putting the team on its back, and being the vessel for that additional flavor compared to brownie that maybe is like, oh, I guess I'll throw this brownie on something else to make it a little bit better. But with the donut, you're just adding value to the donut.
But that's the
That's the
thing.
base.
Brownie's the bacon in this situation.
And I'm pretty sure Kyle said he's not for bacon, so
He's not
donuts
for.
win.
Hey,
Oh.
hey, hey, whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't say I wasn't for bacon. I'm saying
Yeah.
that is not a point in the favor of the donut, right?
It's a
If
point
you,
against the brownie. I agree.
I believe Daniel. No, hold on here. Hold on.
Your logic is sound. I can't argue with you. You made
Hold
a good
on
point.
here.
I can't
Hold
I
on
can't
here.
argue that.
Hold on. I will always be more amped up if there is dessert or dessert but with brownie. I will always go for the more brownie version. I'm
Okay,
not gonna go.
headphones. Brownie headphones or donut headphones?
Are you asking if I prefer my headphones in like a square or in like a circle? Because man, we're all wearing ours in a circle right now.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
I'm
not
gonna
a. That's
ignore
not
that
an
question.
argument. Do you eat? Do you eat headphones?
Like, are you saying
No,
like to put this dessert on my headphones? Like, which one would I rather clean off of my headphones?
dude. I had square headphones once, and they were weird.
And I rest my
Really?
case.
Say
I
on
think
that note,
we're gonna insert our coin here. Um, all we need is 50 cents to win. 2 quarters. Who's got this? I'm inserting my quarter into brownie. And I'm not pressing the button over and over again trying to get it back out. I ain't cheating the system. I put in my 25 cents. I worked for that 25 cents. I didn't want a gumball. I didn't want a cinnamon roll. I didn't want a tiramisu. I didn't want a churro. I didn't want a waffle. I didn't want a pancake. I didn't want a Rice Krispie. I didn't want a pie. I didn't want donuts. I didn't want cupcake. I didn't want cookies. Didn't want lemon bars. Didn't want cheesecake. Didn't want cannoli. Didn't want cake. Didn't want muffins. But I
no.
wanted the last thing. We
didn't.
saved the best for last, and that is brownies.
Well, you went through the whole list, so that ruined my bit with the quarters. But click, boom, we're putting it in for brownie.
I would say I think Kyle made my point for me right at the beginning. He said I argued for or against donuts last time. I can't argue against myself even more. I'm going brownie.
Oh my god. Brownies? That's how you know we determined right because all of us voted in that last round for the brownies.
Mm-hmm.
And that is it, guys. That's our baked good for dessert, not breakfast, but also including breakfast food, sweet, yummy, num time list.
My favorite bit about this episode:
Please tell me.
The name?
donuts almost won, and those are fried.
Well, no, you can bake a cake donut. But yeah,
Yes, but like,
you can also bake a yeasted donut. It's just not as good.
like don't the like donut. That's usually like a deep fried batter.
Yeah. No,
So
same
we
with
can't
churros.
even like we didn't even like we can't even stick to our own fucking rules at this point.
I think that's the glory of making your own rules.